So hello everyone, this is lecture 57 for the mathematical physics. In the last lecture we were studying about the divergence and curl. So let's see some more property of curl, means how you can find your curl in the spherical coordinate system or the cylindrical coordinate system. So we did up to here. Okay, I told you that if curl is not 0 means there is rotation in the field, vector field, and if divergence is 0 means it is not diverging and there is no origin or the end of the spread. Okay, so means there is no pole in the magnetic field but it is there in the electric field. So what you have to do here is now you just need to remember these formulas. Okay, so because these identities are very useful to solve the question fastly. If any vector is given in spherical polar coordinates, that is AR r cap, A theta theta cap, and A phi phi cap, so curl of A will be given by this formula, means this is your matrix determinant, and here r cap, r theta cap, r sin theta, phi cap, del by del r, del by del theta, del by del phi, AR r a theta, r sin theta, A phi. So you need to substitute only AR a theta A phi here, AR here, A theta here, A phi here. Then you need to solve this determinant and then multiply it with 1 upon r square sin theta. That will give you your curl of A. Okay, in the spherical polar coordinates. So you must need to remember this. So in cylindrical coordinates it will be AR r cap, A phi phi cap, and AZ z cap. So formula will be this: r cap, r phi cap, and z cap, del by del r, del by del phi, del by del z, AR r A phi, AZ. So in place of them you will replace or substitute them AR A phi AZ. Then you will solve this determinant and multiply with 1 upon r. That will give you what? Curl of A in the cylindrical polar coordinates. Okay, so you must need to remember these. So for practice you can solve this one. If A vector is given r cos square theta r cap minus r cos theta sin theta, theta cap plus 3r phi cap. So here AR is this, A theta is minus r sin theta cos theta, and A phi is 3r. So in place of here AR A phi, A theta A phi, you will replace them AR A theta A phi, and you will solve this. It will be simply, means first you will eliminate these rows, then it will be del by del theta of this minus del by del phi of this. Okay, and r cap will be your direction, plus then these lines will be cut, then it will be del by del r of this minus del by del psi of this, and it will be minus theta cap outside. Then it will be like this, r sin theta phi cap will be outside, and del by del r, means you know how to solve the determinant, it's just the same. But here if you are, this is the del operator, so it will be operate on it. Same here, it will operate on it, means in the determinant it will operate. Okay, so you know what is the meaning of operation. So you can solve this one. In spherical you will get curl of A is equal to 3 cot theta r cap minus 6 theta cap. So after solving this way, this vector, you will get this is your answer in the spherical. Now let's see one for the cylindrical also. So if A vector is given 2r cos phi r cap plus r phi cap, and you need to find a curl of A in the cylindrical polar coordinates, so it will be using this formula. You will get this is your answer, 2 plus 2 sin phi z cap. So try to solve this, you will get these answers definitely. Now let's see some identities, means product rule in the gradient, divergence, and curl. Okay, so product rules like for gradient, divergence, and curl. Let f and g are some scalars. So f and g are some scalars we have, and a and b are vectors we have. Then these identities will be followed by the divergence, curl, and the gradient. So if you need to find the gradient of some fg, means fg are scalar and there is a product of fg. So gradient of fg will be given by f del g plus g del f. Okay, then if gradient of a dot b you need to find for the vectors, means this is a scalar again, del dot a dot b. So that's how you are finding the gradient. So gradient of a dot b will be given by a cross del cross b plus b cross del cross a plus a dot del b plus b dot del a. Now see, this a dot del is not equal to del dot a as we studied the gradient and the divergence. This is not the divergence, this is a different thing, because when you do this a dot del, this will become again a operator. It is like ar del by del x, that's how. So let's see what is this a dot del and how it is different from the divergence. So let's say we have this a and we have this b, then a dot del b is represented by, means a dot del if you do, you know what is del operator, del by del x x cap, del by del y cap, and del by del z cap. So when you multiply it, you will get ax del by del x, ay del by del y, az del by del z. So now see, this is a dot del and this is bx. Now this complete, all three are a operator. Now this operate will bx, this will operate on by, this will operate on bz. So it is like first ax del bx by del x means bx will be in every place. So you will get three components for f, that is fx, fy, fz, and fx will be when this whole will operate on bx, you will get x component. When this whole operate on y, you will get fy. When this whole operate on bz, you will get fz. So fx will be ax del bx by del x, ay del bx by del y, means everywhere it will be bx only. And for fy, it will be by in every place, and for fz it will be bz at every place. So that's how it is different. But when we have the del dot a, it was del ax by x, so it is different from that. Okay, so that's how this a dot del b, you will solve this thing. This is how. Okay, remember this. So now you know how to solve this, and this is nothing but gradient of a dot b, two vectors. So this will be given by this. Remember this. Now let's see the property for the product rule for the divergence. So divergence is when you operate del on a vector. So del dot some vector which is operated by this scalar fa. So how to write this? It will be equal to f divergence of a plus a dot del f. So divergence of a with gradient of f. Okay, so that's how you will write this. Just remember this formula. Then divergence of a cross b will be given by b dot del cross a minus a dot del cross b. So remember this also. Now for the curl, del cross fa will be given by f del cross a minus a and the gradient of f. Same for the del cross a cross b. So you will use this formula. It will be equal to b dot del a minus a dot del b plus a del dot b minus b del dot a. So that will be your formula. Remember these identities. These are very important identities, so you must remember them. Okay. Now these all divergence, gradient and curl are the single order derivative. Okay. Now let's see some second order. So what is the meaning of second order? First, divergence of a gradient. So we need to find a divergence of gradient of some scalar. So this is divergence of this gradient del v for some scalar v. So this can also be written in this form, del square v, and del square is nothing but second order derivative with respect to x. So this is nothing but Laplacian operator operating on v. So this can be written in this form, del square v, y square v and z square v. So remember this formula also. Now see, you must remember this divergence of gradient in spherical and cylindrical also. So in spherical it will be r theta phi. So del square v will equal to given by 1 upon r square del by del r square del v by del r, plus 1 upon r square sin theta del by del theta sin theta del v by del theta. So just replace this v, you will get the del square operator. So 1 upon r square sin square theta del square v by del phi square. So this will be your gradient, divergence of gradient in the spherical coordinates. Now for the cylindrical one, this will be given by divergence of gradient of v will be 1 upon r del by del r del v by del r, plus 1 upon r square del square v by del phi square, plus del square v by del z square. So you must remember these formulas, these are very important. Now see what is the use of them. So we will see in the electromagnetic theory that this Laplacian operator on some scalar v in electrostatic field will give us this minus rho by epsilon. Okay, so this is nothing but charge density. So you will use this thing there. And same, this is for the scalar potential. You can operate this on the vector potential also, and that will give you minus mu naught j. So we have many things possible in the electromagnetic theory which we will use. Okay, so these will be very helpful there. Now see, this was for the scalar, means divergence of a gradient. Now if there is not a scalar function, it is a vector, then how to do this? So it will given by del square a, and del square a you can find, and this can be written only in the Cartesian coordinate system. So you must remember that del square a is possible only for the Cartesian coordinate, and this can be written in this form only for this. So it will be del square ax x cap plus del square ay y cap del square az z cap. So remember this. Now curl of a gradient. So curl of a gradient, this will always be 0. You can see that this del is a vector and this is scalar. So these del and del have the same direction, so you can understand it that way. So they will give you 0 because sin 0 is 0. So that's how you can remember this. Now see, if you have some this condition in anywhere, you are getting this, that some curl of a vector is giving you 0, then that vector a can be written in the form of gradient of some scalar, because you have this property. So that's why a can be written the gradient of some kind of scalar. So we'll use this property also. So remember this. Now let's see gradient of a divergence. So gradient of divergence. So we need to calculate it separately. You can't just write it as del square A. You must first find the divergence of A, then you need to find the gradient. So this is not equal to this del square A, so you can't write it. But this del square A is equal to del dot A, del dot del A. Okay. So remember this. Divergence of a curl. So divergence of a curl we need to find. So this will always be 0 because this will give you some perpendicular something. So this is cos 90 will give you 0. So that's how you can understand or remember this. So this will always be 0. And if you are getting divergence of some vector equal to 0, then you can write this vector in terms of curl of some vector A. Okay, so you can write this vector in terms of curl of some vector A. So remember this thing also. We'll use it in the electromagnetic theory. Now you must remember these formulas also. Curl of a curl. So del cross A is equal to del dot A minus del square A. And you must remember these identities also. This is vector triple product A dot B cross C equal to, just go into the order B C A C A B. So B dot C cross A equal to C dot A cross B. So they will be equal. And you must remember this also, A cross B cross C. You can remember this by the name as back cab. So back cab we can say back cab. So just back cab, write it, and the AC will be in bracket, AB will be in bracket, and B will be outside, and it is dot product. So you can remember this identity from this formula. Okay. So it is just written same here and same here. So that will be it. In the next lecture, we will see some line integrals and the surface integral and the volume integral, more about them. Then the last we will see some theorems. Okay, just like Stokes theorem and divergence. So that's okay. Thank you everyone.